I'm the school system, and you're the parent. Here's how it works.
So let me get this straight. You believe that astronauts are being sent on a moon mission today on April Fool's Day.
These two things are the cure for cancer and can destroy all the toxins found in the COVID-19 vaccine.
So this shit was in my great uncle's house.
The government can read your thoughts through your phone.
If anyone has ears to hear, let them hear. This is The Masonic Creed by John D. Rockefeller, written in 1880.
What's good, family? This is Lady Bus Energy, where we uplift, motivate, and inspire each other to get our shit together. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, and if you know somebody who you think will enjoy watching this, share with them. These videos are for entertainment purposes. I am not responsible for what you do or don't believe. Take what you believe and do your own research. There might be a trigger, warning, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5. I don't know. I hope not. But if there is, I apologize. Before we get the video started, I want to say this. So last night, I looked at the weather. And it was going to be like mostly cloudy, whatever. Well, this rising, I looked again because sometimes the weather changes from the night before to the very next rising. And same thing. I was like, okay, well, I had to go drop this rising for the treatment place that I go to class at. I went to go drop for them. Well, on the way back, the sun was rising. There was not a single cloud in the sky. And I thought to myself, their cloud maker must be down. Because I feel like when their cloud maker's down, that is when it is a beautiful, clear day, which every day is supposed to be beautiful and clear. Every single day. Every single day. There's not, because weather is fake. It's made up. And so I get home and I don't know, I ran outside to my car for something and I noticed that the wind had picked up all of a sudden. Earlier, the wind wasn't even existent at that time. And then all of a sudden the wind started picking up. And I'm like, it's working. They're making it windy, so their clouds can go through the sky. And the sun keeps breaking through that. The sun's like, no. And I just looked at the sun and I was like, they're trying to dim our light, but we're not about to let that happen, are we, sun? And the sun literally, as I said that, shined right through a cloud, like broke through the cloud and just started beaming right down on me. And it was beautiful. And I just wanted to share that with you. Also, I made Wednesday's video before I realized that Wednesday was going to be April 1st. So I want to say Happy New Year's to every single person because New Year's was not in January. That is a pagan day that they use to worship the goddess Janus. So yeah, we don't celebrate. January is, our New Year's is not January 1st. I just want to throw that out there. It is April 1st. Why wouldn't it be? It makes more sense to have it in April 1st, than it is to have it in January. January, everything's dead. It's cold. It sucks. What? Your pockets are exhausted from Christmas and Thanksgiving and Black Friday and Halloween. Wow. You can't even breathe when New Year's comes. So you're bringing in the new year with all of that negative ass energy. And so, yeah, we celebrated New Year's on April 1st. So I just wanted to say Happy New Year. Also, I do not do my sober day anymore because it's so overplayed. And I get it. It's something to be proud of. But I've been clean way longer than a year. I got clean and made 3 bad decisions and instantly knew that that's not who I was anymore. But I decided when I got back to treatment in September that I was going to restart the clock. So I restarted the clock it was at the end of March. And so I just restarted it for April 1st. Because what better day to celebrate another year sober but on the new year. New year, new me. Better me. Not new me. A new year, a better me. There you go. Okay. It's affirmation time. It's affirmation time. Affirmation time. Hey. Our first affirmation for today says, I embrace my divine assignment. Yes, that is what this channel is. I was divinely instructed to start this channel. And when I first started this channel, I had zero knowledge on creating a channel, editing, doing any of the things. And I was frantic. I was worried. I was stressed because I'm like, I need help. Somebody needs to help me. Not a single soul would help me. And when I called an online school to see how much it was to do editing classes, they wanted to give me 4 hours of editing classes, and not even all together, but like 1 hour classes for 4 times for $350. And when that happened, I was like, yeah, okay, I get it. I have to do this and figure this out on my own because this is my baby. And I have. And in case you haven't seen my other videos, I do as little editing as possible because I'm working on my speech. I'm working on being able to speak clearly, confidently, without saying and like, and you know what I mean? And I still do that sometimes. I catch myself, but I'm not editing those parts out because I want to push myself to do better, to be able to reflect on that. So when I speak, I stop and I think about what I'm going to say before I say it. So that's why I hardly edit. And unless I take a really long pause, I'll edit that out, because sometimes I'll pause for like 10, 15 seconds. And that's a long time when you're just sitting there like trying to think of something to say or trying to find the words to say that's proper. See what I'm saying? So, and our second affirmation for today says, I am a magnet for positive and empowering experiences. Celebrate a small victory or achievement today. I am almost done with my Kaizen challenge, and that in itself is a huge achievement for me because I would start things and I would never follow through with them. I was very inconsistent and undisciplined and unmotivated in a lot of things in my life, and I'm choosing to do different things because especially when I feel unmotivated to do it, when I'm like, I don't want to do this, I want to choose comfort over discomfort. And then I know, like, no, you need to push yourself to do it because that's the only way you're going to grow. You're never going to grow if you stay comfortable. And I know that. And so, yeah, every day is an achievement. Just pushing through and doing the things that I need to do, showing up for myself is an achievement. Doing this channel is an achievement. What have you achieved today? Feel free to put them in the comments. And our quote of the day, because a quote today, my dear, keeps the mediocre away. Beating the competition is relatively easy. Beating yourself is a never-ending commitment. Oh, bro, that was fire. Yeah, man. Beating yourself consistently on a daily basis, and I don't mean that literally. I mean being better than who you were the day before. Choosing to do the uncomfortable things that the yesterday you was okay with. Beating who you were yesterday is a lifelong commitment. Being better than you were the day before. Now that, my friend, is a daily achievement. And our cheesy joke of the day, because what is a day without a cheesy joke? When do you go at red and stop at green? Wait, what? When do you go at red and stop at green? I have no idea. Oh shit. Do you get that? When eating a watermelon. That was good. Do you get it? When eating a watermelon, you eat the red and stuff it green. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's get straight into it.
The whole point of praying over your food is not to give thanks to God. It's literally to protect yourself. Because everything we eat nowadays is poison. Especially this bullshit. But no, your fruits and vegetables, this shit ain't safe neither. Fake artificial wax coatings, pesticides. Y'all know these little mist sprayers inside the grocery store? Dog, they don't even clean them shits out. This is the stuff that be getting sprayed on our fruits and vegetables. Fast food, grocery store food, no food is safe to eat nowadays. Everything is poison.
That's crazy.
And you know how in religion it tells you that in the beginning there was only the word? Because your words have power. There's power in the tongue. Everything in life is frequencies and vibrations. So when you praying over your food, you're asking God to protect this shit so it doesn't kill you or give you a disease. They don't tell you this though. That's what they don't want y'all to know. Praying ain't about giving thanks to your food, because all this stuff is shit anyways. It's literally you asking God to cleanse this food so that I can ingest it. And using the power of your mind and the power of your tongue, having intention with it, you're cleansing your food just by talking to it. They don't want y'all to know this, bro. And this is why they talk about having strong faith. Strong faith just means you have pure intention. Because nothing's safe to eat. They don't want y'all to know this, bro. Nothing is safe.
Nothing. He is not wrong.
I'm gonna speak a language and then you translate it to English for me, okay?
Absolutely. Just start whenever you're ready and I'll translate what you say into English.
Hey, how's it going? I'm doing well.
Hey, how's it going? I'm doing well.
Okay, what language was that?
That was Portuguese. You kept it nice and clear. All good on my end.
See, I just spoke Portuguese?
Yes, exactly. You spoke Portuguese and I translated it. Nice job.
It wasn't English to English?
Nope, it wasn't English to English. You definitely switched languages and I recognized it, so we did a smooth translation there.
Okay, what language am I speaking right now?
Right now, you're speaking English again, so we're back to home base.
Okay, let me try another one and you translate it.
Go for it. I'm ready to translate whenever you are.
I think you're dumb and wrong.
I think you're dumb and wrong.
Okay, what language was that?
That was Spanish? You're doing a great job switching it up.
It wasn't Spanish, they were both English.
I see what you're getting at. Well, I'm...
Are you breaking up?
just fine.
Pause. They're doing that on purpose. Just so you know. They're doing that on purpose because AI was giving all the tea. And so now they want you to question whether or not it's a lie. It's propaganda. We're not stupid. We know exactly what they're doing. And if you're watching this channel, you know exactly what they're doing.
Hey, reading Rainbow.
The book I read is called 1984. It's about a guy who thinks the government is lying to him. Spoiler, he's right. There are cameras everywhere.
Who's that? Who are they?
Watch this, I'm stuck in the Matrix playbook.
Of course I start my day with coffee on an empty stomach to spike my blood sugar. It's full of mold, sprayed with pesticides, and in a microplastic cup. And on to breakfast, we have our ultra processed sugar and chemicals to start the day because who has time to cook in the morning? We have to get to our matrix jobs. Okay, only have 15 minutes for my lunch break, so I got my favorite Chick-fil-A. I was feeling healthy, so I went with the grilled chicken instead of the fried.
Well, the grilled chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A has over 100 ingredients. You know that, right?
No, it should be just chicken, lettuce, tomato.
Yeah, plus 95 laboratory chemicals. And your Chick-fil-A sauce is a 1 out of 100 on the Oasis app.
What? Oh, I'm just hitting my afternoon energy crash, so I need my Monster Energy with a bunch of fake sugar and dyes. And for dinner, let's just keep it cheap and easy. Frozen meals with restructured chicken are my favorite.
My contacts are acting up. So
He's lived in this home since 1960, but since 1972, cars have crashed into his property 23 times. He says his insurance company has spent $30,000 placing these steel poles here twice, but that hasn't stopped people from crashing into his property.
That's wild. What?
Wait a minute. These people introduced us to God? They're the ones that introduced us to God. Like the first time we ever heard the name Jesus came from these people? These savages?
Right.
Who are raping on children? What? Like these people really told us stop worshiping the sun and worshiping the trees. Stop looking in nature and just go ahead and eat this flesh and blood from our Lord and Savior Jesus. Huh?
All right, I'm grown now. Time to start my grown life. My fellow Americans, we are going to war!
Damn, that sucks. Surely that won't affect it.
I'm thinking of making housing the most expensive it's ever been. Yeah? Yeah, we rocking with that? Yeah. People gotta use their whole check for rent. Awesome. Awesome.
Learn what a mortgage is. I need to get a new job.
Yeah, from now on, if anyone wants to work here, they need to have been doing this for 5 years already.
Okay, and what's the job?
Fry cook.
5 years? Who they want me to be, SpongeBob?
Right.
Rent increase. I just moved in yesterday. Let me just scroll for a little bit.
Hey guys, just wanted to come on here and say that if you wake up at 4 a.m. and drink sea moss and cold plunge and journal and invest and never sleep, you just might survive.
That'll be 87.40.
But I just got eggs.
Right.
These two things are the cure for cancer and can destroy all the toxins found in the COVID-19 vaccine, such as graphene oxide, and the parasites found in them. Helps you detox all the strong pharmaceuticals and all the other poisons found in the vaccine, right? But before I start that, the honorable mention, you have to be hydrating a lot with water and sea salt. If you missed my last video about what is the cure for and what causes it, I'll explain it quick. It is caused by low cellular voltage, and the way how you cure cancer is through high cellular voltage. When the body becomes overly toxic on the cellular level, the cellular voltage drops, and when cellular voltage drops below 0.7 volts, the cells, they start proliferating, and the cells start duplicating, and this is how cancer forms. And the cells do this because there is not enough electrical flow for energy to be flowing in between the cells, so the cells will keep on proliferating until there is sufficient energy flow. So if you want to cure, stop the tumors from growing and spreading, you have to raise your cellular voltage, and the way how you can do that is by taking colloidal silver, of course hydrating with water and sea salt, and using the blood electrifier. This is the Bobic pulsar, and what this does is this electrifies your blood, and it goes through the skin, electrifies the blood, stimulates the blood. The blood will flow through your whole entire body, stimulating your cells on the cellular level, raising your cellular voltage, allowing your body to instantly hydrate on the cellular level. It instantly activates the sodium-potassium pump, allowing for that instant cellular hydration. So it's very important that you hydrate a lot when using these two. And you have to avoid using pharmaceuticals. You cannot be taking drugs. You cannot be eating ultra-processed foods. You can't be consuming garlic, spices, all this toxic stuff while using these devices if you want it to work properly, because since you're forcing the hydration aspect, your cells are going to be open. If you have toxins in your system, the toxins can then go into the cells, causing big issues. So you want to avoid all the toxins, and you want to have a clean body. So I recommend eating an animal-based diet, preferably raw animal foods. And if you want, you can go into it with a fast, but it's very important to be well hydrated when using this device and taking colloidal silver. This will solve all your issues, not even just cancer and the COVID-19 vaccine. Whatever issues you have, this will raise your cellular voltage. And when you have high cellular voltage, you are going to be feeling a lot healthier regardless of your situation. So you have to implement these.
60 seconds of neural conditioning in past tense. You won in life this year. You won in life this year. You won in life this year. You made so much money this year. You made so much money this year. You made so much money this year. You were loved by so many people you chose. You were loved by so many people you chose. You were loved by so many people you chose. You surrendered and had so much fun. You surrendered and had so much fun. You surrendered and had so much fun. The more you let go and relaxed, the more things came to you. The more you let go and relaxed, the more things came to you. The more you let go and relaxed, the more things came to you. Every idea you went for led to a brand new experience. Every idea you went for led to a brand new experience. Every idea you went for led to a brand new experience. You are thanking your past self for going for everything. You are thanking your past self for committing to a better future. You are thanking your past self for taking care of your life right now.
Apple juice. Now, it is disgusting how twisted the game is when it comes to food in this country. So if we look at the apple juice, okay? 100% apple juice. We look at these ingredients. We see it's high in sugar, made from concentrate. It has absorbic acid, which is a preservative. Vitamin C, we don't want that because it's synthetic. The body cannot assimilate it, cannot break it down. So this is not a good option. But what's sad is they have a natural one right here, right? And if we see fresh pressed apples and concentrate, if we look at these ingredients, apple juice, water, and apple juice concentrate, no absorbic acid, okay? So why they can't just make it like that out the gate? And we look at the price on that one, $4.99, $4.99. And then if we come over here to the tots, the same price, made for kids. This is made for kids, right? 40% less sugar. There goes the pump fake. We turn it to the back. Yes, there is less sugar, but look at these ingredients, family. Look at all of these ingredients in here. All of these synthetic nutrients, minerals, natural flavors, chemical ingredients. This is horrible. This is horrible for kids right here. You do not want your kids drinking this right here, family. So I just showed you 3 variations of apple juices. And the worst one is the one for the kids. And they're all the same price. Why do they have all 3? That's because one is more likely to be drank. It's more addicting. However, it's less healthy. Okay, the healthier one, people aren't going to be as addicted to it. They're not going to want it as much. Okay, but you got to have that option because people are smarter these days. Then they got the one for the kids, 40% less sugar. Because we're just concerned with the word sugar. Sugar is not the problem, family. Refined sugar is the problem, okay? Now, even if we come up here, all right, $2 more and a liter less, you got apple juice that's supposed to be fresh. We look at these ingredients, though, 100% apple juice, but we got vitamin C. Now, that vitamin C is synthetic, okay? It's not natural. They need a preservative, of course. Whenever you're buying from a shelf like this, they need a preservative. So it's likely all of these have preservatives. Your best option would be buying your own apples and juicing it. That is your best option when it comes to apple juice, family. If you're looking for the healthiest way out, okay, if you're looking to raise your vibration to its greatest potential, if you're looking to heal a disease, you want to buy your own apples and juice it yourself. And if I was to pick an apple, I would pick the Granny Smith because when it comes to these stores, the Granny Smith is the closest to home. They're closest to being natural. The rest of these apples were made in somebody's lab on somebody's college campus if you look it up on Wikipedia. All right, family?
You gotta also look at the shininess of the apple because that is an outer
manipulated
wax.
by the news. Everything on the news is fear-based and the government controls it. They tell them what to say. They paint the narratives. Check this out.
They're trying to get the people out. That's my son that just hopped up there. Hop up there, son. Get them out. 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 Get them, son. Get them out, son. Oh, it's starting to fire. It's about to be on fire. Please get her out. Get them out, Lord. It's a baby? Oh, Lord. Get that baby out. Oh, Jesus. My son. Son, get him out. Get him out, son. Get him out, son. Get her out. Get her out. I gotta go help. I gotta go. Oh, get the baby. Get the baby. Get the...
Hey, you need some help? Yes. I got you. For free. No, for free? Yeah, no charge. I just need help. I just need a jack and a wrench. I got all that. You got a spare tire? Yes. All right. Please, thank you so much. I got you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I didn't know what I was gonna do. Oh, you're a lifesaver. What's up, pup? Are you crying? Yes. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I got you. I got you. Let me give you a hug. Yes, you can have your number. I got you. You don't gotta pay me nothing. Open your trunk. Let me throw that.
You see, there's so much good that goes on in the world, and the news never covers good. It never covers positive. Why is that? Because they have to promote fear. They have to keep the world in fear, thinking the world is a horrible place when it's actually not. They want to control the narrative of what's going on in the world, but in reality, we have to be in the world and be with community, because that's all that really matters. They want you afraid, people. They're harvesting negative energy. And this is really what's going on, right? They want you in fear, thinking the world is bad, instead of the communities coming together. Because when you see negative things happening on the news, you think, oh my gosh, the world is a bad place, or this is a bad neighborhood, when really, we just got to unite, people. That's all we got to do. It's literally like they don't want to post good news at all. They don't want us to see the good going on in the world. It's a mind manipulation, people. Pay attention.
Pause. He is 1000% correct. It is a mind manipulation. And until we decide to put our differences aside, until we stop finding the differences about ourselves and start finding things that we have in common. We are so much more alike than we are different, but we've been brainwashed and programmed to believe that, you know, if you have status and, you know, if this person's dressed like this, then they're accepted. But if this person looks like this, then they're not. And, you know, we've been taught that if you're confident, then you're conceited and you're full of yourself. And when a person sees somebody that has true confidence instantly, there's just so many things that keep us divided. And I'm finding out also that back in the slave days, that it wasn't just the melanated that were slaves. The slave days, like they told us, how were there black presidents back then? Think about that. How were there black business owners back then? If all melanated people, I don't mean to say black, I apologize. If all melanated people were slaves back then, how was there a melanated president? Multiple. How were there black melanated business owners? I mean, really think about it. They have painted the narrative of what they want us to believe. One, so melanated people stay divided from the white people and the Mexican people. Like, it's all a lie. All of it. It's all freaking lies. Now, I'm not downing what melanated people have went through. I would never do that because I've witnessed it firsthand, the way melanated people are treated in public. And I am sorry. I would never try to dim light on what has and is happening as we speak. No one person is better than anybody. No one person is higher on the scale than anybody. It don't matter if you have $1 billion. You are no better than the homeless man laying underneath the garbage can on the side of the road. You are no better than him. You're not. Money's fake. It's an illusion. We've been lied to. We've been programmed. We've been brainwashed. And until America wakes up and sees it, the world is going to continue to operate, if not worse, than it has been for decades. And I say that with love. I'm so tired of fighting. I'm so tired of being separate. We love unconditionally. We love every single being. We don't think we're better than anybody. The ones that don't know any better, we teach them. We guide them and we show them the way. We help them become the light. And I love you.
So this ship was in my great uncle's house. Now, he's no longer with us.
Damn.
I wonder how old it is.
Wigging.
I'm scared to flip the page. Like 2-3 pages. The first 3 Grand Masters. And whose names are on here? King Solomon and 2 other kings. I can't really translate them, my bad. See, and this is what I don't get. Because this is a holy Bible. Look. See, like, there's the proof. It's this big-ass hefter. Some people are going to find me crazy for this shit. But what I don't understand is how you have these 2 big-ass people. Big people. King Solomon being one of them. And let me get into him real fast. Now, he was given a ring from God. Isn't that convenient? Because who gave Albert Pike a bracelet for communication? Satan. And it was sent to him by angels, supposedly. And it was to control spirits, demons, and elements. Like, he used demons to build his temple, okay? In Israel, at that. Now,
Whoa!
If you don't know, King Solomon became unfaithful to God. And so he lost everything because of it. So basically, Freemasons have been around for a very long time, even way before Jesus.
Shit! Now, shout out to Haley in the house, man. Y'all gotta go down the rabbit hole of her videos of her finding this holy Bible. Bro, on the book, it said 1949 when her grandfather signed it.
If anyone has ears to hear, let them hear. This is the Masonic Creed by John D. Rockefeller, written in 1880. It's the secret covenant, the empire of illusion. An illusion it will be, so large, so vast, it will escape their perception. Those who will see it will be thought of as insane. We will create separate fronts to prevent them from seeing the connection between us. We will behave as if we are not connected to keep the illusion alive. Our goal will be accomplished 1 drop at a time, so as never to bring suspicion upon ourselves. This will also prevent them from seeing the changes as they occur. We will always stand above the relative field of their experience, for we know the secrets of the absolute. We will work together always and will remain bound by blood and secrecy. Death will come to he who speaks. We will keep their lifespan short and their minds weak while pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and technology in subtle ways so they will never see what is happening. We will use soft metals, aging accelerators, and sedatives in food and water, also in the air. They will be blanketed by poisons everywhere they turn. The soft metals will cause them to lose their minds. We will promise to find a cure from our many fronts, yet we will feed them more poison. The poisons will be absorbed through their skin and mouths. They will destroy their minds and reproductive systems. For all this, their children will be born dead while we will conceal this information. The poisons will be hidden in everything that surrounds them, and what they eat, drink, breathe, and wear. We must be ingenious in dispensing the poisons, for they can see far. We will teach them that the poisons are good, with fun images and musical tones. Those they look up to will help. We will enlist them to push our poisons. They will see our products being used in film and will grow accustomed to them and will never know their true effect. When they give birth, we will inject poisons into the blood of their children and convince them it is for their health. We will start early on when their minds are young. We will target the children with what children love most, sweet things. When their teeth decay, we will fill them with metals that will kill their mind and steal their future. When their ability to learn has been affected, we will create medicine that will make them sicker and cause other other diseases for which we will create yet more medicine. We will render them docile and weak before us by our power. They will grow depressed, slow, and obese, and when they come to us for help, we will give them more poison. We will focus their attention toward money and material goods, so they will never connect with their inner self. We will distract them with fornication, external pleasures, and games, so they may never be the one with the oneness of it all. Their minds will belong to us, and they will do as we say. If they refuse, we will find ways to implement mind-altering technology into their lives. We will use fear as our weapon. We will establish their governments and establish opposites within. We will own both sides. We will always hide our objective, but carry out our plan. They will perform the labor for us, and we will prosper from their toil. Our families will never mix with theirs. Our blood must be pure always, for it is the way. We will make them kill each other when it suits us. We will keep them separated from the oneness by dogma and religion. We will control all aspects of their lives and tell them what to think and how. We will guide them kindly and gently, letting them think they are guiding themselves. We will form an animosity between them through our factions. When a light shall shine among them, we will extinguish it by ridicule or death, whichever suits us best. We will make some rip their hearts apart and kill their own children. We will accomplish this by using hate as our ally, anger as our friend. The hate will bind them totally, and never shall they see that from their conflicts we emerge as their rulers. They will be busy killing each other. They will bathe in their own blood and kill their neighbors for as long as we see fit. We will benefit greatly from this, for they will not see us. For they cannot see us. We will continue to prosper from their wars and their death. We shall repeat this over and over until our ultimate goal is accomplished. We will continue to make them live in fear and anger to images and sounds. We will use all the tools we have to accomplish this. The tools will be provided by their labor. We will make them hate themselves and their neighbors. We will always hide the divine truth from them, that we are all one. This they must never know. They must never know that color is an illusion, and they must always think that they are not equal. Drop by drop, we will advance our goal. We will take over their land, resources, and wealth to exercise total control over them. We will deceive them into accepting laws that will steal the little freedom they will have. We will establish a money system that will imprison them forever, keeping them and their children in debt. When they shall band together, we will accuse them of crimes that present a different story to the world. For we shall own all media. We will use our media to control the flow of information and their sentiment in our favor. When they shall rise up against us, we will crush them like insects, for they are less than that. They will be helpless to do anything, for they will have no weapons. We will recruit some of our own to carry out our plans. We will promise them eternal life, but eternal life they will never have, for they are not us. The recruits will be called initiates and will be indoctrinated to believe false rites of passage to higher realms. Members of these groups will think they are one of us, never knowing the truth. They must never learn this truth, or they will turn against us. For their work, they will be rewarded with earthly things and great titles, but never will they become immortal and join us. Never will they receive the light and travel the stars. They will never reach the higher realms, for the killing of their own kind will prevent passage to the realm of enlightenment. This they will never know. The truth will be hidden in their face. The truth will be hidden in their face, so close they will not be able to focus on it until it's too late. Oh yes, so grand. The illusion of freedom will be that they will never know that they are our slaves. When all is in place, the reality we will have created for them will own them. This reality will be their prison. They will live in self-delusion. When our goal is accomplished, a new era of domination will begin. Their minds will be bound by their beliefs, the beliefs we have established from time immemorial. But if they ever find out they are our equal, we will perish then. This they must never know. If they ever find out that together they can vanquish us, they will take action. They must never ever find out what we have done, for if they do, we shall have no place to run. For it will be easy to see who we are once the veil has fallen. Our actions will have revealed who we are, and they will hunt us down, and no person shall give us shelter. This is the secret covenant by which we shall live the rest of present and future lives. For this reality will transcend many generations and lifespans. This covenant is sealed in blood, our blood, we, the ones who from heaven to earth came. This covenant must never ever be known to exist. It must never ever be written of or spoken of. For if it is the consciousness, it will release the fury of the prime creator upon us, and we shall be cast into the depths from which we came and remain there until the end of time, infinity itself. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up.
Jesus tells you multiple times that you are God inside the Bible. Matthew 21:12, Jesus went into the temple of God. But where is this temple? Well, Corinthians tells you in 3:16, do you not know that you are the temple of God? Which means Jesus did not go into a man-made structure. He went within himself. This is why the side of your head region is called a temple, because it's the temple of consciousness. Consciousness is universal. We are the same consciousness fractaled outward into individual consciousness and personalities. Jesus tells you, Luke 11:52, you have taken away the key of knowledge. You did not enter in yourself. He's telling you to go within yourself and figure out that you are God. Not your name, not your job, not your ego, but the very spark of consciousness, the spirit at the very center of thought, where thought springs from. That is the infinite life force that is all constantly flowing through you. Jesus tells you, when thou pray, enter in thine inner chamber and shut thy door. This is talking about meditation. The inner chamber is the internal self, the self inside the mind. And shut the door means shut off the external world and go within. Jesus was teaching spirituality. The church is teaching slavery.
Undeniable practical proof that the Bible is real.
Man, listen, there's so much proof to prove that the Bible is really real. In the Bible, it talks about how God met Moses on Mount Sinai in a fire. Until this day, Mount Sinai is still burnt to the top. You got the rock that God told Moses to split in half to make water come out. That's still there till this day. And inside of this rock, they said that there's erosion, proving that water was literally flowing out of that rock at one point. And not to mention that rock is literally like 60 feet tall. They found chariots in the Red Sea where God parted the Red Sea and allowed the Israelites to cross through and made the waves crash over the Pharaoh and the people that were chasing them. In the Bible, when God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, he made it rain burning sulfur. And they found 100% pure sulfur in the exact spot that Sodom and Gomorrah was. And supposedly it can't be found nowhere else in the world. You got Lot's wife who turned to a pillar of salt because she disobeyed God while Sodom and Gomorrah was getting destroyed. And she's supposedly still there until this day. You got Noah's Ark that they found in the exact spot that the Bible said that it landed at. And when they measured it, it was the exact measurements that God told Noah to build the ark. Not to mention they found blood that had dripped through the cracks of the ground and landed on the Ark of the Covenant in the exact place that Jesus Christ got crucified at. And when they tested the blood, they said that the blood only had 24 chromosomes. And every human on this earth has 46 chromosomes, which means whoever blood this was only had one parent and got all his traits from his mother. And there's only one person that we ever known to walk this earth that didn't have an earthly father, which was Jesus Christ. And the crazy part is when they tested the blood, they said that the blood was still alive because it still covers our sins to this day. And that's why God said that man will be without excuse on the day of judgment as to why they didn't get their life to Christ, because there's too much evidence out here. Get right with Jesus Christ.
Don't forget about the Dead Sea Scrolls. 2,300.
Here's a perspective. Now, I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm not saying that I'm wrong. It's just a perspective. So we know that, and what I'm about to say is for entertainment purposes only. It's not true. I'm just speaking for entertainment. We know that these people have lied about everything, including the very Bible that we were given to live by. Now, when you think back on the video where the lady was reading the Masonic Creed by John D. Rockefeller in 1880, of course, they're going to create monuments that align with the Bible because they want you to believe that it's real. They want you to believe that all of those things actually happened when in reality, think about it. Our Creator is a creator of unconditional love. Always has been and always will be. Why would our Creator turn somebody into a pillar of salt for disobeying what he told? her to do. I mean, when you really sit back and think about it, that's not unconditional love. So those two things contradict themselves in the Bible. Because look at all the people that our Creator in the Bible unalived for disobeying, for... I haven't really read the Bible like that, so I don't know. But what I have read, I was shown that they're full of it. They're full of it by saying that that book was written by the divine. Our Creator, when you say unconditional love, that means with no limits. Absolutely none. We are given a choice to allow the dark within us to rule us, or the light within us to rule us. And even then, the divine allows you to live that choice. Because our Creator is a creator of unconditional love. And what I have read in the Bible, especially in the Old Testament, that don't sound like unconditional love. That sounds like somebody pushing some shit to keep you in fear, to keep you afraid. And that's just a perspective. They created those things in the Bible, those places, and the Red Sea shit. So people could say like that, man, oh, the Bible is real because they look at, they mount this, it's still where God, this is... No, friend. It's not true. We've been lied to about all of it. And it sucks. The only way to change the world is to change ourselves. And I love you.
Year-old scrolls that prove that the Bible we have today has not been corrupted. Why don't you hear about these type of discoveries everywhere in mainstream media? Because they're not interested in you knowing that everything written in that Bible is 100% the truth.
No, it's not. It is not the...
They're not clones. It's worse than that. Everyone's talking about celebrity clones, but what if I told you it's not cloning? It's something the Bible warned us about 3,000 years ago. And you've seen it. Your favorite artist suddenly acts different, or your favorite actor, a different energy, different eyes, and people say they cloned them. But listen, cloning is the cover story for what's actually happening. The Canaanites practiced child sacrifice to Moloch, but it wasn't just killing. In Leviticus 18 and 21, they call it passing through the fire. They were performing soul transfer rituals, harvesting life force and putting entities into other bodies. That technology never died. It just went underground. When someone signs their life away to the industry, that's a covenant. It's a trauma-based programming, and it fractures the original soul. And rituals create the opening. The original person dies spiritually, and a prepared entity walks its way on in the same body but a different driver. And that's why they seem off. In Mark 5 and 9, it says legion, multiple entities in one body, familiar spirits. In Leviticus 19 and 31, it says demons that mimic the person they replaced. This isn't new. It's ancient Canaanite tech repackaged for entertainment industrial complex. It explains sudden personality changes, lost memories, and different mannerisms, and doing unspeakable things without remorse, because their conscience left, and what's operating now is something else entirely. They don't clone bodies, they steal them, and you're watching it happen in real time.
If you have a child in the public education system, I need you to listen to me real quick. I am in college right now to get my bachelor's in education, bachelor's in science and education, okay? I'm taking all the classes to become a teacher, to work in a public school system. Tell me why there's a conspiracy theory that schools are indoctrinating children and that schools are teaching skewed versions of history, and the liberals are like, no, that's not true. That couldn't possibly be true. We're still learning about things like the Holocaust and World War I. No, these books literally tell you verbatim, exactly word for word, that is 100% a fact, not a conspiracy. There's a sentence in this book, and I'm not kidding you verbatim. It says, the United States chooses its curriculum based on its own ideologies of history and its own self-interests. Pardon? What? So if you're curious on whether or not the school system is purposefully leaving out certain pieces of history or purposefully teaching things like slavery's only black people and that slaves were only bought by white people, that's wrong. And they're teaching that on purpose so that the kids only have one narrative to go based off of and not actual history. If you're an analytical person like me who wants to research all of this stuff, go for it. But the book that I'm reading is called Teachers, Schools, and Society, and it's for a class that's Issues in Education. And I think I found the issues with the education, guys. It's laid out right there in front of you. The teachers are the people being indoctrinated and brainwashed to think that we need to teach kids to be socialistic little heroes who only know our versions of history. Because the teachers are literally being taught that it is okay to only pick bits and pieces of history to fit our narrative, to fit the propaganda that they currently want to push out. And not for nothing, but I think it's a little crazy that the curriculum we use was owned and operated by Jeffrey Epstein's father-in-law. Just saying, the public school system's failing your kids, take them out, and I'm definitely switching my major because I want nothing to do with these public school systems.
Holy crap. We are back at this place that's already beeping at me. They know that my social security number is gonna come and make fun of the grocery store for poisoning us here corporately. I think this time around, I'm gonna give you a couple of bad things and then we're gonna make it all good things. For those of you who have seen my mug on social media before, this is gonna sound familiar, but bear with me. New stuff is coming in about 20 seconds. First off, the numbers tell the story. This is called a PLU number. You look in very fine print. Number 9 is fine. If it begins with the 9, it's fine. It means the pesticides are applied topically, which can be washed off with the veggie wash that I have linked on my profile, or you can just use some baking soda and some vinegar. Any number like 4 is conventionally grown, 3 is electronically irradiated, which zaps all the nutrition. You're basically just buying fiber at that point. Anything in a package, your meats and everything like this, you gotta see if it's not corporate because just the conditions that they make it in the factory is disgusting. It's high in nitrites and nitrates, which are hard on your filter organs and your kidneys. All this stuff is probably just, ground up intestines from some animal mixed with some lab-grown meat by now. And you don't have to believe me. You can think I'm uneducated, but just look at how many people have gut issues right now around you and that are going to the hospital or having some pharmaceutical medication. I will tell you something good though. Look at the difference between these two steaks. Do you see the color difference? One is dyed. This is in a carbon monoxide chamber in the factory to turn it red so it is shelf stable and lasts longer. This is what real steak looks like. It should be this color, not this color. This is a good brand. If you can find it in your store, get it. The only way you get better than that is if you go to your local farmer, find one, do a Google search, get a phone book, and get your own meat from your own local place. Support your farmers. They're out there, I'm telling you. Everything in a box here at this store is going to have so many ingredients, it's not even worth putting in the oven. You're just signing up for indigestion, and you're just signing up for a bunch of FDA-regulated, legal-made poisons and preservatives that are going to wreck your tubes inside you. Here's something good. If you like potato chips, look on the back. Look at those 3 ingredients. That is good ingredients as opposed to something like this. All that oil right there is superheated. It's highly inflammatory to the body. This whole entire aisle's jacked. I couldn't find one good thing. This aisle's predatory to your kids. They put their favorite cartoons and TV shows on here, and then they put stuff like triphosphate sodium in here, which is a paint thinner at Home Depot. See it right there? That's what they do to kids in this country. We're the #1 sex trafficking country in the world, by the way. Had that in a different video. Anyways, I don't give a freaking chock full of nuts anymore. Now that you're trained, look how easy it is. This one right here, it has a preservative. This one right here
It does not. It's that easy, folks. Buy this one, reject this one.
They're attacking the babies because the babies are the closest to the spirit realm. And we know what they do to children in this country and in other countries. So with that in mind, stop, if you are a parent, stop feeding your babies bullcrap. Because if you really love them, you're going to start watching the ingredients. And I get it, it costs more to eat right. I know, because I'm going through that currently. But at least try. At least put forth effort to give them a healthier choice. And I love you. And do it for yourself also.
Do you like games? Good. I'm the school system, and you're the parent. Here's how it works. You give me your kids for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, for 12 years. And I'll teach them whatever I decide. Not what's useful, not what creates freedom, what I choose. Sit still. Ask permission to use the bathroom. Memorize things they'll never use. I'll reward obedience, punish questions. And if they can't sit still, if they question too much, I'll tell you they need medication. I like to introduce them to my partner, Big Pharma, as early as possible. Critical thinking, creativity, financial literacy, not on my curriculum. I need workers, not leaders. People who follow orders, not people who question authority. And the best part? You'll send them back every single day, because I've convinced everyone that without me, they'll fail. Welcome to the school system, where compliance is rewarded and freedom is forgotten.
Are you awakened yet?
What's up, y'all? So, what I need y'all to understand is the government can read your thoughts through your phone. Okay? I know it sounds crazy, but I need y'all to look up Sabrina Wallace. She helped build the internet, and they literally have these bills that they signed when they first were making the internet that attack your biofield, which is like your aura, and they get your memories from the cloud. They get your memories. They affect the way that you feel. They can make you horny. They can make you sad. They can make you angry. They can make you depressed. So your phone is literally reading your thoughts as you sleep. That's why I told y'all.
Wow. That's...
We're sorry to say that because of the COVID pandemic, prices are going up this year. But we'll get them down next year.
Because of supply chain issues, prices are going up again. But we'll fix it next year.
Because of the war in Ukraine, prices are going up again. But seriously, next year we're bringing them down.
Because of shrinkflation, we're proud to say that prices have stayed the same. But now you're getting way less.
Because of bird flu, prices have gone up again. Primarily, the price of eggs have quadrupled.
Thanks to tariffs, prices are going up again. But for the other countries, not you guys. We'll fix it next year.
Because of the war in Iran, prices are going up again. But it's only going to last a couple weeks, and gas prices definitely will not be affected by this. Bruh.
Yeah, bullshit.
Dude, you are just never gonna let this go, are you? They went to the moon, man, no question. Just give it up already.
Never.
Absolutely not. So let me get this straight. You really believe that in 1969, when televisions were still in black and white, and folks were still using rotary phones, and most new cars sold in the United States didn't even have power windows or air conditioning, that we just strapped two cowboys into what was essentially a Coke can with a Chevy small block attached to it, and just launched them motherfuckers into orbit on nothing more than a hope and a fucking dream, and somehow managed to land that glorified bottle rocket safely on an uncharted lunar surface, where they then got out and played hopscotch for a few hours, and then they got right back inside that, and then somehow managed to launch themselves back off the goddamn moon with no infrastructure, and then A few short weeks later, they landed safely back on Earth. You really believe that happened?
I mean,
You're a gullible son of a bitch.
Facts, bro.
First of all, why is there a band named I Am the World Trade Center? Second of all, why did they put out an album 2 months before the attacks on 9/11? And track 11 on the album is called September.
That's wild.
Explain that one. I don't get this anymore. This is my driver, and do you know how long it takes to produce an album? Like, someone had to have known at least a year before. And to be so sneaky about it and make it into an album and profit off of like some like future hope that people will be like, dang, this band knew. Like, what in the American consumerism? I don't get it.
Right.
Don't eat that, you're gonna get.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, okay, bet. Shit.
Don't eat that either!
The orange is from the earth!
It's got pesticides!
Oh my god.
Don't use that, it's got so much in it!
What, I'm supposed to stink?
It's filled with aluminum!
Bro, oh my god, bro. Ain't no foil in there, bro. I mean, this can't be, man.
Don't drink that, it's got...
No, this the liquid of the earth, nigga. Ain't no can this.
Microplastics!
Oh my god, bro! I guess I'll just go outside, bro.
Don't go outside!
What now, bro? What?
The UV rays are gonna give you...
Oh my god, bro. What you want me to do?
Oh, stay inside, I guess.
Alright, bro.
You can't stay inside! No, son! Vitamin D deficiency, your bones are crackling!
I don't know what you want me to do with this. I don't know what you want me to do.
The mother's dead. The mother's dead. The mother's dead but in water. Wife's dead with balloons. Father's dead. The father's dead. Father's dead. Parents are dead. Parents are dead and the brother will also die. This one is about dead.
There's a reason why they want you brainwashed. When the power grid goes down, people don't even know how to act with each other. People are gonna act crazy for food, start trying to fight each other, shoot each other. You guys are gonna lose your minds. But you don't think that way for no reason. You've been programmed. They never want to show people working together in entertainment. They never want to tell people that we're supposed to be loving each other. This is why they divide us through movies and entertainment and music, because they want us to not work together. This is intentional, people. Every movie, the news channel, everything is taking your mind and making you believe life is one way when it's actually every day we get the decision to make this reality exactly what we want, but we are losing our power because you guys are forgetting who you really are. If the power grid goes down, people are gonna bananas. And the whole time, all we gotta do is work together. But you gotta turn this shit off because it got your mind.
Got your mind warped and brainwashed.
They give us this instead of this. They give us TVs instead of freedom. Religions instead of us realizing we're all a part of the same consciousness. And in schools, they want us to be obedient instead of letting us be creative. People are waking up and people are realizing that there's something really fucking with the world. Movies are showing us to be enemies with each other, and every movie, every scenario is always us going against each other. In all these horror movies or end of the world movies, it shows us being against each other. Why don't they ever show us working together? It's all programming, predictive programming, people. It's time to stand up and all of us stand together. Everybody. I don't care what you are, what you believe. We have one agenda, and that's to all stand together in love. That's the main objective.
Yep. Love. Unconditional love for everybody.
Now remember, I told you guys that symbolism is going to be their downfall. Now, mind you, my city, Evansville, Indiana, was mentioned in the Epstein files about 25 times. Now you can see the symbol right behind me, and what does that look like? That looks like the boy lover symbol. Now, when you go around the corner, there's also a Freemasonic building. Now, this is the Freemasonic building around the corner. Now, I always thought something was weird about the city because every Democratic president that we ever had always came to visit Evansville mysteriously, because the democracy in itself is the personification of the deep state shadow government, who was known for human interconnected with the Vatican. Because like I said, symbolism is going to be their downfall. Another thing that you got to understand about Evansville, Indiana, this is a Freemasonic city. So there's an accumulation of sellout pastors and sellout politicians. And mind you, Evansville is in the middle of everything. So this is a hub for trafficking. And like I said, every Democratic president that we ever had came to visit this city mysteriously. And I went to many different homeless shelters to hand out free books of my own publication, and they rejected the publication and said it was too much propaganda, and they said it was too radical. It was almost to the point where they want to keep the homeless people in the city in a degraded state to the point where they're able to be trafficked. So that's why it's imperative to understand what's taking place in your city. That's what everybody should be doing. Stop worrying about the world. Worry about your hometown and find out what's going on.
Just real fast, I have his book, and it's actually a really good book. I'm reading 3 books at the same time right now, so but it's really good. It is called The Sacred Book of the Chosen, The Great Awakening, and his name is Bridal Rice Bay, and you can get it on Amazon. But it's a really good read if you are into books like that and you're either at the beginning of your spiritual journey or wherever you are. That is a great book to read. So
money is fake, the borders are fake, there's enough food to feed everybody, your healthcare doesn't have to cost anything, your housing doesn't have to cost anything. But this ugly ass inbred mother thinks that him and his family are very special. So special, in fact, that they can control the entire world through the practice of central banking. Central banks. Everybody learn about it. Okay? These people have been plotting for literally generations to try to take over the world and install the New World Order. They think that they're special. They think that they're smart. They think that they're God's chosen people. They're actually fucking bums. They're losers. Look at him. Look at the average billionaire and tell me that they're not the biggest loser you've ever seen in your life. Cost of living is a joke. Free America, free the world. Down with the central banking families. Down with the central banking families.
I'm going to speak on that, but at the end of the video.
Time doesn't exist, but it only exists if we continue playing in their system with schools, work. Time actually doesn't exist, but it only exists in this matrix. Everything you see around you, the system, the way people say our days are supposed to go, all of this shit, time only exists when we play inside of this matrix. When you look outside of this matrix and you say, yo, we are just human beings, we're supposed to be free on this planet, time doesn't exist. It never has existed. If we continue to believe this matrix, we're going to go down their road, which is the New World Order, digital currency. This is not a joke. That's why we have to step away from the jobs, the public schools. We have to use communities to teach each other, build each other, love each other, heal each other, because a lot of people have trauma. That's why we're so angry. But when we work together as a collective, that's when real change happens.
Absolutely. Spot on, brother.
I'm not there by chance. I'm there to protect you. I'm older than you can imagine. I existed before the dinosaurs, and since then I've learned to sense the invisible. I have no flowers because I don't need to draw attention to myself. My power is silent but constant. I connect the physical with the spiritual. I am a bridge, a guardian at the threshold of your home. I absorb the dense energy that enters. I filter out what does not belong to you. I prevent energy buildup and keep your space in balance. I act as a constant filter, even when you don't realize it. Within me lives sacred geometry. I grow in a spiral, like your consciousness, like your process. I am energetic protection. I am emotional stability. I am that calm you feel without knowing why. If your home feels heavy, if there is blockage, fatigue, or attention, let me help you. I work with you on energetic cleansings, without noise, without intruding, just transforming. Don't choose me just for how I look. Choose me because your soul recognizes who I am. I don't appear by chance, I appear when you need protection. If you're already protected by me, comment, I have it, and share it with someone who also needs to take care of their home's energy. Have a wonderful day.
What kind of plant was that? If somebody knows, will you please write it in the... I don't know.
So let me get this straight. You believe that astronauts are being sent on a moon mission today on April Fool's Day. April Fool's Day. Let's watch this video of a rocket launch and see what happens.
That looks like it's entering water.
It appears as if it hits water. That's crazy, but in the Bible it says that God created a firmament to divide the waters above from the waters below. And you think this government, who lies to us about everything, is now telling us the truth on April Fool's Day?
Get out of here with that shit, bro.
Okay, let me know what you think.
That's a negative. They're full of shit.
Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for a generation.
Man, all this stuff going on in the world is crazy, man. We gotta do something about this, man. Let's start a revolution in this bitch. We're just gonna sit here and let them do whatever?
Yeah, maybe after my shift.
Man, they did this shit in 1776 with no fear.
Yeah, against British people with wigs and muskets. Not
They got drones and tanks and a button to delete this whole damn zip code these days.
Yeah, I only got a pitchfork. Or like the fire sticks that the angry mobs would have.
Bro, we got the numbers though. Numbers? Nigga, we can't even agree on what to eat. Niggas definitely ain't responding in the revolution group chat.
On God, and gas high. How I'm gonna get there?
Man, y'all sound like a bunch of pansies. We just gonna sit here and let them do whatever they want?
I don't know, bro. I'm gonna have to run it by my girl and let you know. Oh, let you know means no for sure.
Man, hell no, fuck that. We doing this, man.
What's the best time to overthrow the government? Sunday afternoon, Monday night. Ooh, might have to be after my shift because I need some bread.
Hey! Where y'all going?
The video about the Rockefellers. They have brainwashed us to believe that we are these tiny, puny little nothings, and they are above us, and we are their superiors. And the fact that they said that we are all equal, we are equal. We are equal. But they know that once we figure that out, it is over for them. But guess what? We're still going to treat them with kindness. And we're still going to love on them. And we're going to show them, just because you made bad choices doesn't mean you have to continue making those bad choices. Learn from them. Grow from them. And move on. I know I wouldn't want anybody holding me responsible for my past for the rest of my life. You know, I know when that lady that was reading the Masonic illusion thing, she was talking about, you know, once they figure out we will have nowhere to go, there will be nowhere to run. But we are love. We are light. We don't choose violence unless we absolutely have to. And that's all. And what I just said isn't true. I'm just kidding. Thank you for tuning in to Lady Boss Energy, where we uplift, motivate, and inspire each other to get our shit together. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you know somebody who you think would enjoy watching this, share it with them. I hope you have an amazing 24 and the best 7 yet. And the divine will radiate love and kindness and compassion and abundance and peace and joy and all the things over your life. Today, tomorrow, and forever. Till I see you on the next one. I love you.
Lady Boss Energy, yeah, she knows the way. You can finally speak of love and light any time of day. Lady Boss Energy, this one she got the vibe. Never stop questioning, never tell a lie.